Cheesecake Factory is... People will say that it's the worst part of America, and I'm here to tell you, it is the best part of America.
It is a celebration of all of America's possibilities.
Any food that you want, you can have at Cheesecake Factory.
Made fresh.
And the portions, I know that people come down on Americans for those huge portions. You don't have to eat it all. You can take it home, but more is more.
I agree. Cheesecake Factory is built to take home. It is a full
they are looking after you. It's like it's like your it's like your mom who's like, you need to eat more. Take this home with you.
Yeah, they just want you to be fed. They want you to eat good and be fed.
Yeah.
Their decor is a little Eye of Sauron.
Exactly, but that's also America. Greg? I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing storied career and do what we do best, which is make it all about us.
I was just making out with the microphone. That's why I was giggle.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, you were really trying to throw me in our opening spiel. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you heard of this thing going around about the performative male?
No.
You haven't heard of this?
Well, I feel like I can piece together what it is, but I wouldn't be able to define it according to whatever pop culture is saying.
Yeah, it's very, I think, Gen Z internet culture, but there's been articles written about it and think pieces about performative males, which are essentially straight guys who are have very curated lives,
Online.
Online, but also offline, and it's they claim it's to convince more liberal women to be into them. They have really curated homes. They take such good care of themselves. They do skincare. They read bell hooks. They read books so that it makes it seem like they're kind of feminist and soft boys. And the internet seems to be completely rejecting this type of guy.
Meaning that then when you actually start dating them, they're not that.
Well, I think it's kind of that, but it's also no, they're just sort of rejecting them outright as sort of phonies. Okay. So it's to me, it's so funny. The discourse is so funny because of course there's nothing more that I love making fun of than men.
Absolutely.
Straight guys.
Specifically straight.
But it is a little well, what's the deal, ladies? Do we want a nice guy who takes care of himself, or do we not?
And also half the battle is faking it until you make it, which is just there are many times where you sit down and you're kind of I don't want to go to the gym, but I guess I should. Right. And so you're I'm going to perform the duty of someone acting I need to want to go to the gym.
Yeah, that's somehow inauthentic.
Yeah.
I think the main gripe is that they're inauthentic. So it's kind of well, now authenticity is sort of based on how convincingly you can speak into your front-facing camera on the phone. So it's not so much about your social skills out in the real world. So I think we need to look at what authenticity means.
Yeah, I also just think I get it, and I think it's a good thing to strive for, which is okay, don't be performative, be authentic, but also there is something to be said of just okay, be yourself, but strive to be to educate
original.
Yourself, or, you know what I mean. And so I'm so some of it I'm kind of it's within range, but I also need to is there an example, is there a famous performative male?
No, it's just it's the word of the moment. It's the idea of the moment. It's we're kind of dunking on straight guys who are
I will dunk on straight guys. Sight unseen.
1000%. But Yeah, it's like, let's give them a little bit of credit. Like, our worldviews are like entirely on our phones now. So, like, if they're seeing things.
And if they're reading bell hooks for the wrong reasons, but they're still taking it in, I'm still kind of like, okay, well, you still Trojan horse them to read bell hooks.
Right. Right. And, like, come on. I mean, I know, you know, some of us were, but not all of us were like coming out of the womb reading bell hooks.
Yeah.
Like, we heard about bell hooks like a few years ago on Instagram. Like, a lot of people did.
I mean, for a while, I thought bell hooks was a horror movie.
For a while, I thought bell hooks was spelled with capital B and capital H, you know, but like, how would I know?
Then you learn.
Yeah. I think like, let's give some guys, like, I think all straight guys, you know, have their issues. I think all men in general have their issues, but I think, you know, like, let's give them a little credit. Like,
let's be real. Most men suck. Straight men suck. Gay men suck. There are few exceptions to the rule.
Right.
But I really only ever get excited when a female enters the room, and when a male enters the room, there's so much more suspicion until proven otherwise.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
I think we all feel safer with women around.
Yeah.
Anyone with a logical mind, like, yes, we trust women more.
More interesting, more fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But until we can eliminate men from our diet, you know, like, we've got to, we've got to.
And unfortunately, we need it for our diet.
Sure. Yeah. And
doctor's orders.
To me, it like goes back to me. It really boils down to, and I think this is like an interesting like omission from the argument, but it really boils down to like the tale as old as time, which is we all get the ick when men try too hard.
Yeah.
You know, as a man who loves men and sleeps with men, I've had a long history myself of, you know, being faced with two options. Someone who really likes me and who society tells me I should be with, and then someone who fucking hates me, treats me like shit, and fucks me like crazy.
Okay, well, this is a thing, and I think that this is a discussion worth having.
Which
is the man who tries too hard gives everyone the ick, but unfortunately, it is probably the person you're supposed to be with. Because trying is actually sexy.
Something to strive for, and something to admire in a person.
Well, it's also like, you want someone who like wants to like make you feel good, who wants to like be there for you, who wants to like literally actually just be in your presence in a way that the cool guy who's not trying and you want to like is fun for a minute. But then after a while, when shit goes down, you need the other guy.
Makes you feel like shit.
You need the try hard, that's growing up. You know what I mean?
Right. Sometimes you want the fast food.
Yes.
You know it will make you feel like shit, but you just want fast food. We need to take some personal accountability too, and like self-reflect and notice what it is that we actually want and what we don't want.
Which is harder. It's like, I think, especially, I mean, that's why all men suck, because especially gay men, it's like we are drawn so often to the men who gives us the least attention.
Yep. A little bit of fun.
And you're kind of like, what's that mystery? I'm going to solve it. Right. And really, it's like, I don't need mystery these days.
Yeah.
If I want a mystery, I'll go see the latest Rian Johnson film.
Yeah. Okay. Knives Out 83.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be coming until we die. But enough about that.
Enough about performative
men. It's
men.
time to get into our first segment.
Dod Mom Sauce, a.k.a. Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take Mayor of Easttown. We take a person, place, or thing.
That's what you're obsessed with. You're obsessed with Mayor of Easttown.
Totally. Yeah. Task, the follow-up to Mayor of Easttown.
Yes.
Which I just learned about.
Are people watching it? I feel like I see the posters, but...
A friend just recommended it to me, and we're only 2 episodes in. So I can't speak.
Yeah,
we're just going to deal with the fact that I can't speak today, and we're going to go from there. Task, Mayor of Easttown follow-up, Dod Mom Sauce.
It's called, I thought it was called Tusk. It's called Task.
It very may be called Tusk.
Task feels right. Tusk feels like an indie movie, you know.
With about like a man growing a horn. An A24 movie about like a man growing a horn.
Yeah. But anyways, let's
back
talk
to
about
Dad Mom Sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with. And Tim, I think you should go first.
Okay, my Dad Mom Sauce is actually thanks to you.
Okay.
Which is, last week I was lucky enough to go to an early screening of Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Right.
And let me tell you, I'm still gonna honor and not spoil anything for my sister who unfortunately invited me but then couldn't go at the last second.
Sure, yeah, I did drop out at the last moment. Yeah.
But you gave me the opportunity to go.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to see it.
It is so good.
I love that.
I will say music, I will say, she's not for me.
No, I was never. Yes. I told you, it's a weird musical.
It's a weird musical, but the like plot and what my Dad Mom Sauce specifically is Tonatiuh or Tonatiuh. I'm not exactly sure the pronunciation.
And you are not going to hear that correctly from me today because I haven't seen the movie or met them.
Yeah, we are early to the game, and I think it will become the name will be a part of pop culture in a month or so, and then we will know how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
but he is extraordinary. He literally steals the film, which is like he's the main character of Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Yeah,
and is playing like a gender non-conforming prisoner. It is so what I love so much about his performance, but also about the movie itself, which is just a little teaser for everyone that comes out in October. Is it's so unabashedly gay.
Yes,
and he is so unabashedly gay in the movie.
Yes,
in a way that I was like, this is revolutionary for a musical. Which is so unabashedly gay, but we're usually using the vehicle of a woman to see ourselves, but in this case,
someone we idolize,
and that's kind of what it's very tongue in cheek in the sense of that's what this is. It's a gay man idolizing Jennifer Lopez, which we can all do,
right?
And so it's like such wish fulfillment to be able to actually see a gay man or a gender non-conforming person as the lead of a musical in a way that is so wink wink towards the audience, and at the same time, so. The other thing is the fact that he steals the spotlight from my girl, Jennifer Lopez, which Jennifer Lopez, if she does not get nominated, they both should. Yeah. But if she does not get nominated for this performance, I will storm the Capitol.
This is your January 6th.
This is my January 6th. I'm literally it is time.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's a career one. It is time that she gets Best Supporting Actress. She was at the screening, and no one has ever looked. I've never seen someone wear a dress that also doubled as a coat, but Jennifer Lopez did it.
She sure did.
She was stunning. She was charming. She is also fucking fantastic in the movie. The thing that I will say about J-Lo, and then I'll stop because it's probably annoying that you can't see it for a month, but then go back and re-listen to this a second time in October when it comes out, which is she makes dancing, singing, and acting look easy in a way that if any other actress took it on, you would be like, this is wow, they're trying so hard. But hers is so effortless, and because we've come to expect her to be able to do all three,
right? That
then when she's doing it seamlessly, you're kind of like, oh yeah, this, and then you have to step back and be like, this is incredible what she's doing, and they're all long takes. They're all single shots of her doing these things, so it's that much more impressive in a way that's no one else could have done that role.
That's very exciting. I completely agree. First of all, as someone who loves musical theater, I am familiar with Kiss of the Spider Woman. I know that it is a very strange musical. It's a very strange choice. It kind of makes sense because it is from the people who wrote Chicago. The music is not super melodic. It doesn't have those catchy tunes that you walk out humming, but I think it's very interesting, and it comes at a very interesting time.
I'm someone who doesn't actually, for as gay as I am very particular. You know this about me. I like very few musicals. I don't love a musical. And this one, the thing that was so impressive, it was I did not like a single song, I will say. And yet I still loved the movie.
Admired the art.
Yeah, because it's so impressive, and the story that they're telling is so well done and so important, and in a way that doesn't feel preachy, that you're kind of and it all makes sense. A movie musical that makes sense as to why they're singing.
Totally agree. Yeah. And I think J-Lo can be an easy target sometimes, but I am actually genuinely excited about her casting. And what I also love, and what I'm sad that I missed about the screening of Kiss of the Spider Woman, was when J-Lo was talking about when she auditioned for the role of Evita, and she did her full audition for the director, and he was basically like, hey, thanks for doing that. Like, thanks for coming in. It's really nice to meet you. You do know Madonna has this part, correct?
Yeah.
And she told that story is so funny.
She had said, it was such a good Q&A after, and she was very, you could just tell that she was kind of doing a victory lap and letting go a little bit because she knew it was that good. And we got to go to your dad mom sauce, which is kind of, I don't know what it is, but I want to talk about what we saw this weekend as well.
I know where you're going with that. We will have time for that. Okay. My dad mom sauce is actually probably left field, but not for you. Okay. I just finished the book tomorrow and tomorrow.
Thank God.
So let's, sort of just briefly touch on this. Yes. I want to start by saying, if you have not heard of it or if you have not read it, I really highly recommend it. It's, without giving away too much detail, it's about this guy and this girl who grow up and, together they start working on video games together. They play video games as children through circumstance that brings them together, and then they continue their relationship via video games. Is that an accurate?
Yes, and I read it 3 years ago now. So as you were recapping it to me now, and also while reading it, I was always like, yeah, that's what I can't remember. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah. Or tomorrow or yesterday or yesterday. Yeah. No, it's a great, it's a very modern page turner. I tore through it. I thought it was great. Lots of people have recommended it. And including you. I think it's
my stump speech for anyone who will listen. I literally think, as someone has been on who learned to read recently and now is reading voraciously, that book, it's once you've read enough and you're like, wait, I wish they could all be like this, in the sense of it's such an easy page turner.
Yes.
It is. I just think, and also I usually go about deciding my book based off of if enough people in different friend groups recommend the book, then I'm like, oh, it's good. And that book kept getting recommended to me. I don't give two shits about video games. So I did not want to read it for the longest time because I was like, I don't want to be in this world.
Right.
And then finally I was like, okay, the sixth person has recommended, and they've all said you don't have to care about video games to enjoy the book. And so then I read it and I was like, this is so... Even if you don't agree with some of the plot points,
there were moments where I was struggling with the characters,
but
for sure.
At the same time, it's just so well written. You tear through it. I have been recommending it to literally everyone begging everyone to read it, especially people who like video games. I even think you would like it even more. We don't even care about video games. And so I'm like, if you liked video games, you'd probably love this book even more.
Not at all. That's what I think. I think it is easy to sort of, especially if you hear what it's about video games, it's easy to discount it as mass market or a little too it's silly.
Yeah.
But it's a deceptively deep book with deceptively deep ideas about friendship and relationships, and it was just so good. If you're looking to get back into reading, or if you haven't read it, I just loved it. I read it very fast, and I'm so it's reignited because I've sat through some, not clunkers, but I've been struggling with. I was reading the third Dune, which was I loved the first two. That one really kind of it was a slog, so it was just so nice to read that. Now I'm being so performative male and finally reading White Teeth.
I don't know
by Zadie Smith.
Oh, I actually do know this. Yes.
So he's so performative male. Catch me on the MTA reading that.
I've never read Zadie Smith, but I should.
Me neither. Okay. I know it's been time. Yeah. It's been sitting on my shelf, but I mean, love reading. I'm a Scholastic Book Fair. My year had 2 seasons. Scholastic Book Fair, High School Musical.
Yeah.
And those are my 2 seasons. I didn't have 4 seasons. I had 2. But actually, Gennifertias, like, if you love to read, please, like, feel free to actually like flood our DMs with book recommendations or like comment or whatever, because like we're looking for good books.
Okay, but I wanted to say for you finishing tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow feels like I have finally completed a trifecta in my life, which is I have been trying to get Claude, any person in my life, you, when I was dating Anthony, that like I was trying to get him to read it. No one was reading it. And finally you read it. And so it feels like the circle is complete, which is like not a single person had read this book. Right. And I was like, okay.
It was on my list.
It was on your list. But then now that someone has finally done it, I feel like I'm like, okay, I can finally, like, it's been a weird goal of mine to be like, this book needs to be enjoyed by someone. And also I was like, was I crazy? Did anyone else like this? And the fact that you enjoyed it.
Well, it's like, it's leveled the playing field. Now you can speak freely, you know, like everything's on the table.
Yeah.
Because we're, you know, like it's out. Like we can just say whatever and without risk of spoilers.
Yeah.
Which we're not going to say on the podcast.
And just while we're on that, not to delve too deeply into it, but for any of the Gennifertias who've been on this journey with us, I am no longer with Anthony. I just out of respect and privacy for him, and also, you know, throughout all of the processing, you know, I was just keeping that, you know, closer to the vest. But now just wanting to, you know, not necessarily keep things from you guys, but just be, you know, more open. I'm now single. It's all for the best. Everything is good.
We're coming through the other side, but we would never, obviously, you know, we love you, and thank you for sharing, and, you know, a new season.
A new season is upon us.
Yeah, the musical theater, the High School Musical season is upon us.
Exactly. It's an award season is coming up.
Season. Oh, actually, there were 3 seasons.
Yeah, there's a lot of seasons coming up.
It is award season.
Yes. So yes, you will see a new. There'll probably be many more stories to come now as a result of that.
Yeah.
Exciting things around the corner to be continued.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
Okay, and time for a break.
We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
Okay, this woman, to me, is the definition of a star. It is like, there are certain people who walk the earth who are made to be famous, and she is made to be famous, and to get right into it.
I absolutely. Our Miss Thing this week is Cardi B. I mean, we were recently just talking about her
trial,
breathtaking, Oscar-worthy performance in the trial of the century. Yes. Personally, I don't actually really quite know the ins and outs of what that trial was even about.
Yeah.
All I cared about was what she did on the stand.
Her antics.
Yeah.
I agree, and that made us. And now she has a new album coming out called "Am I the Drama?" Excellent title.
Incredible title. Very self-aware.
Very self-aware. Very Drag Race coded.
Absolutely.
And she even did you know, cross promotion with Scarlet Envy, who came up with "Why Am I the Drama?"
Really? I didn't realize that.
That's her tagline.
Oh my God.
And I just want to say, we'll get into more of Cardi B, but I am loving the rollout of what she is doing. She's going on the subway, promoting this album. She has a, you know, in New York, when you just kind of like lay down like a blanket and you're like selling your wares. She's doing that with this album. She is a comedy queen. People don't talk about enough about how fucking funny she is. Obviously, she is so incredibly witty and talented, and the bars, I'm the whitest person ever to say that, but like what she can spit is incredible.
Pure fire.
Yeah.
I mean, her mind.
Yes.
Her mind is like, to come up with, there's so few people that can like come up with like witticisms and like turns of phrases
without even thinking about it.
Yes, but then she not only does she have like the vocabulary and the way of speaking, but she has that star quality to sort of just like make every moment explode. Talk
about she is the definition of authentic. She is not performative in the least.
But authentic on front facing camera and off.
Oh, she can't help but be herself. She's so endearing and lovable in that way.
And will do anything for $1. Like, and not like in a, she's not above anything. Like in a really good way. Like she is out here in these streets promoting this album. Like, in so many ways too, like in so many original ways, like doing that, like on the street, that she's like a New York girl.
Yeah. And also what I love about her as well is like the nailography, the way she has those long nails and she uses them. I would be insufferable with long nails. I would there's that famous video of her like cutting into something with her nails. I would be, the only thing you would know about me if I had long nails is that, because I would be in your face talking with my nails.
It would be your whole personality. Absolutely. Wait, that is so important. That is such like an every gay boy's fantasy. Dream. Like if you, any gay boy, when they are a child, fantasizes about having the biggest clankiest nails you've ever imagined.
You put those bugles on your hands,
and you go
all of a sudden, you're typing in a keyboard, and you're like, 1 second, they'll be in there in a minute.
Fantasize like holding your fingers up, always playing receptionist, gay guy playing receptionist with long nails, so that like Peter Griffin Family Guy scene, like of him like on the phone, like and just like typing like this on the. Literally,
your whole body changes as soon as that first bugle comes onto your finger.
You will do anything to not break a nail. There's no fate worse than breaking a nail.
The truth is, I keep my nails short because when they become long, I do become insufferable. Like the minute that there's some growth, I'm talking with my hands even more. You know, I'm asking people to open things for me. I can't,
even though like the nails actually should just help it. But no, I'm like how many times in my life I fantasized about just like growing my nails so long, and I like obviously can't for so many practical reasons.
I just can't have any like even rings. I should have, but then it's just like I'll become insufferable. So for the sake of everyone else, these are bare hands.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that work to Cardi and also Cynthia.
Yes. Oh, right. She's kind of taking the crown there.
Another nail artist.
Okay, but back to Cardi. Okay. So she was just to get into her history.
Well, so Cardi B is such a crossover artist in the same vein as I am, in the sense that she started in reality TV and moved over to scripted.
And in the same way, she started as a stripper, just like you.
Except no one wanted me there, so I moved, out of necessity.
Yeah, Greg went from stripper to podcaster. It's a very common pipeline.
Well, and through reality TV.
True.
Yeah, exactly. So we started in the same place. New Yorkers.
Oh wow.
Me and Cardi B.
We're the same. Similar.
We are the same.
Okay, and then just to go through the hits. I mean, for me, there's so many songs, but I think that she like saves 2020 with WAP. I mean, that song right there was truly, I remember it dropped in August, and that's what we needed in August. And what I love the most about Cardi B is she still has not released that. This song is going to be on this album. She is busy living her life. She can't be bothered. She's like, I will just drop a banger and then just like let it percolate. And then when I'm ready to do an album, I will put it on. And so now WAP is literally 5 years later going to be on this album. Iconic.
That is so funny. I wonder if there will be any new songs.
Like
Instead of just like a compilation of like all the many hits she gave us in the past few years.
Yeah.
She does what she wants, and we eat it up as we should, because she is a true talent. It's exactly like you said. She's born to be a star. She's got bars. She is so, and that wig collection. I mean, come on.
It is. I can't stop watching her.
When will we get her in like a feature?
Okay, well, I not if you are okay with it, I'm going to jump right into how I make Cardi B about myself.
Oh, please, yes.
Which is How Dare You, because she has been in a feature. It's actually one of my favorite features of all time.
You're so right. I completely overlooked this. Mm-hmm. You're having a real... I know where you're going with this.
This episode is kind of low-key dedicated to her. But Hustlers is one of... Everyone... I'm sure I've talked about this film to anyone who will listen.
One of Tim's favorites.
I love Hustlers so much. J-Lo should have been nominated for this. She should have won Best Supporting. I'm sorry, Laura Dern. I know it's sacrilegious as a gay man to say that you shouldn't have won that Oscar, but you shouldn't have. It should have been J-Lo's. Anyways,
I will let that sit in the
air. Sure. Anyways, Hustlers. Mm-hmm. Okay, Hustlers, obviously one of my favorite movies. Cardi B is in it. They all are strippers. If you guys are living under a rock and haven't seen The Greatest Movie, she is fantastic in it. Mm-hmm. That cast is superb.
Hit maker after hit maker.
And so to get right into it, so Hustlers makes me think of a time when I was a hustler.
Oh.
Which is, go with me here.
I'm on the road whether I want to be or not.
It's high school.
Okay.
And, I'm cool as can be. So on the weekend, I'm talking to my friend Ariana. We're like, what do we want to do this Saturday? I was like, hey, I really want to see Baby Mama.
Okay.
And she goes, of course.
Were you straight at this point?
I was technically straight, but everyone knew. Everyone was doing like the best acting performances of their lives, unless you were my family. But and so Ariana was like, I really want to see it, but I also really want to see Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And so then I was like, okay, I do want to see that, but I want to see Baby Mama more. And then she was like, well, why don't we just do a double header? And I was
Love that. Great idea.
Great. And then as we're like looking at it, we're like, ooh, wait, Prom Night. I don't remember that. There was a horror movie with Brittany Snow.
Oh, yeah, the remake of the Jamie Lee Curtis one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, wait, maybe we're in a horror movie. We can't decide. I
have something that I want to go so tangent on.
What?
Have you watched Hunting Wives?
No.
Okay, me neither. Okay, we'll talk about it another time.
So then we were like, oh, maybe we were kind of actually in a horror movie mood, but we do really want to see these movies. So then we're like, crazy idea. What if we see a triple header? And then Ariana goes...
I am fully creaming my jeans.
Yes.
Wearing shorts.
I'm like, okay, let's do... What if we only pay for the first and then we sneak in?
No, of course you would only pay for the first.
Well, okay.
Except now with that is the problem with seats that they reserved seating.
I know.
That's
you can't
the
do
problem.
It anymore.
You can't do it anymore because you never know. Someone could come into Weapons an hour and 15 minutes in and ask you to move over.
Exactly. That seems like it's loaded, and I know it is.
Well, I brought it up on this podcast, but please continue.
So then we're getting carried away, and I was like, wait, should we make it let's break the record? Okay. Whatever record we're breaking, but we just liked the idea of let's get to the movies at 11 a.m. and stay until 11 p.m. and just see as many movies as we can. And so
that is my wet dream.
It was. We were so excited. And so then we're looking at it. I was like, how do we do this? And then we're looking at all the movies. And then we're like, oh, okay. Also, there's 21. Everyone's obsessed with 21.
The Card movie?
That Kevin Spacey movie.
Kevin Spacey. Yeah. We will bleep that name.
Yes, exactly. And so then we're like, okay, so we're going to start with Prom Night and then work our way around.
Starting with Prom Night at 11 a.m.
Yes, I remember that being that. But it was because of the times. The times didn't match up, so you just had to go with where the times were.
Yeah, there's a lot of math and science
because we also
involved.
didn't want to, then we had to figure out how much time in between, or we're going to miss the first 10 minutes of a movie, whatever.
And what would you be willing to, yeah, of course.
And also it's we're hustlers. We're trying to not get caught and seen and only pay for Prom Night. And even though we're going to see all these movies.
You all in a long coat, 20 feet.
Exactly.
20 feet tall.
So we hatch this whole plan. We get there. We purposely are avoiding going to the concessions because we don't want people to see our face, because you're going to be seeing our face for that whole day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we sneak in. Prom Night's great. Does exactly what we want it to. Thankfully, Baby Mama is right next door. We go see Baby Mama, easy. But then you're kind of okay, we've been at the movie for a while, so this is fun. We're kind of hungry. Then we see, actually, it's a little bit more dicey where the concessions, you have to go to the other side of AMC.
I
you have
know.
to pass the concessions.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, we'll just lean into it and act like we're getting there. So we'll go to concessions this time, get our lunch, obviously, and then go to the other side. So we do it, but then the risk is now they've seen our faces.
Yeah, you've exposed yourself. You are, it's high risk, high reward.
Exactly.
Though. Okay.
And this is, again, the great thing is there's no...
Also very 21, you know, like you're
right.
gambling, you're playing your cards right, potentially.
You're so right, sister. So then we do Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Listen, it's a longer movie than you think.
But why is it 4.5 hours
it's
long?
So long.
It's longer than Titanic.
Judd Apatow movies, you all need to be 30 minutes later, always, as a rule of thumb.
It's like, it's
shorter.
so good until the hour 30, and then you're like, this... I can't anymore.
They just all need to be shorter. And so we're doing it. It's like the day is like kind of waning. And the other negative thing that you think about when you don't think about this when you're being a hustler is you're not really getting to talk to your friend because you're just in the movie theater, you know?
You're right.
And so
you can't plan accordingly.
You can't really plan, but you're also like not interacting with each other. You're just like sitting. And at this point, it's been like hour 6.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the movie. And I'm kind of over it.
Sure.
I don't, but also like if you want to keep going, like I'll keep going. I kind of want to like see the daylight, like interact, live a little.
These were our initial 3. Like maybe we are pushing it a little bit.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. But then I'm kind of like trying to like, are you still interested in seeing 21? For me, I never wanted to see. I just felt like there was a time and place in 2008 where whether you wanted to or not, 21 was the movie that everyone was talking about.
They were really trying to make Jim Sturgis happen.
And it was like this big hit and everyone was talking about it and I didn't care.
No.
And I was like...
It's straight movie. We're not even going to go into it, but gay movie or straight movie 21, it's as straight as they come.
Straight movie that I was like against my will. I was like, I guess if I want to be a part of pop culture, I should see it.
You know what? Actually, any movie, this is so crazy.
Starring Jim Sturgis.
No, starring Jim Sturgis. No, actually, because he was in Across the Universe or whatever. So right, I think is that his name? Well, you know who I'm talking about. The guy with like the Oasis haircut.
Yes.
Again, guys, we've discovered that I'm not talking today, but. Coincidentally, any movie starring Kevin Spacey is for straight people.
You are so right. It's Kevin Spacey is for straight people. That is so true. Wow.
Y'all idolized him.
Yeah, the usual
not
suspects.
Us.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Wow. He had you fooled.
Truly. And so then I'm like trying to get Ariana to like fold first.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like, I don't want to be the first one to bail on this like epic hustle. And so I'm like, I was like, you're still good? Like, I'm still good. I'm for sure still good. But like, if you
I've never been better.
Yeah. But if you want to bounce, like, I'm also like, I would do that for you because I'm that good of a friend.
Sure.
You know?
Of course.
And she's like, no. Like, I still like, let's break the record. Like, let's do this.
The record.
Yeah.
You're writing into Guinness.
Yeah. We really were. We were like, no, we really thought no one had ever been at the movie theater for 12 straight hours. And so then we're like, yeah, great. And so then we're making our way to it. It's again across the thing. I'm not kidding you. I'm like banging pots and pans, like trying to get the people to like
notice,
see me,
kick you out.
Literally, the person who saw was like, "Oh, like nice to see you again." I'm like, "Don't you see that I'm going to another movie? Doesn't care."
Not
like
heading to the exit. Not heading to the exit. Going.
Doesn't care. They're like, "Have fun." It's like another 16-year-old. So like, who cares?
Right.
You know?
Making somehow less than you spent on that one ticket. Yeah.
And I was just like, "You're not gonna do anything." Then I purposely am like getting in there. I like. I'm like, where would be the spot that someone would most likely sit so they would kick us out and maybe tell, because before we're trying to sit in the back row or in like weird spots so that like no one will take those spots. But then I'm literally like, let's go center. You know what I mean? And then no one's doing this. And then the like movie is starting and then Ariana turns to me and she's like, do you want to go get Red Robin? Which I've never said yes faster in my life. So I still to this day have never seen 21. We both folded quickly. She also was like, I don't actually care about this movie. I don't need to see this.
She's like, this movie
and by
is
the way,
for straight
Ariana
men.
eventually ended up coming out because guess what? It is not for
Gay people.
Yeah.
Anything Kevin Spacey is
There's something like allergic in our bodies. It was like the credits were coming up and we were like, we have to get out of here.
This man's a predator. This man's a predator. I don't like what I'm seeing.
So I somewhat hustled, and then somewhat, I also had to protect my peace. And then you
folded.
I folded.
When it came time in 21, in classic card game style, which of course we know so much about card games and respect people who love them.
Exactly. Okay, Greg, how do you make Cardi B all about yourself?
Well, this is going to bring it back to something that I know you wanted to talk about earlier, but we couldn't.
Oh.
So this past week, you and I and some people went and saw Downton Abbey. Yeah. We're huge Downton Abbey heads on this podcast. Obviously, I haven't seen Gilded Age, but we'll get there. I'm waiting for weather. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what I'm waiting for, a rainy day to watch to absolutely do your break the record and watch an entire all day.
I actually am curious. Jennifer says you can light up our comment section or send us a DM. Do you think The Gilded Age is supposed to be watched in winter or in the summer? Because I want to watch it in the summer, and Greg famously only wants to watch it in the winter.
I have Downton Abbey in
Christmas.
my cellular level. I just feel like I like. What's it? It's
seasonal depression.
No, it's seasonal depression, but it's also what is it costume dramas? What am I talking
period pieces?
Period piece. Yeah, I like a period piece in the winter. Sorry, I don't want warm, stuffy clothes in the summer.
Yeah,
makes me feel hot. It makes me feel boxed in.
Okay.
So, anyways, so we were going to see Downton Abbey, and prior to Downton Abbey, I needed a bite to eat. So, we were in Glendale, and that night I decided to do the historical walk through Glendale, going from the Americana to the Galleria, back to the Americana. And I was going to eat dinner ahead of time at Din Tai Fung. Okay. Which usually there is a really, really long wait at. And I was on the wait list, so I ended up, stopping prior to that for a drink at the Cheesecake Factory.
Iconic behavior.
I know.
Such Cardi B behavior.
Absolutely. So, at Cheesecake Factory, I've only recently started dabbling with that. My husband we're members there.
Yeah.
Well, my husband is a member, and I just mooch off of his.
I didn't realize you could be a member, but that's...
It's literally you give them your email, and then you can make a reservation as opposed to waiting 2 hours there. It is Din Tai Fung is the hardest place to get into in town, and Cheesecake Factory in Glendale at the Americana is harder somehow to even get in there.
Cheesecake Factory is... People will say that it's the worst part of America, and I'm here to tell you, it is the best part of America.
It is a celebration of all of America's possibilities.
Any food that you want, you can have at Cheesecake Factory.
Made fresh.
And the portions, I know that people come down on Americans for those huge portions. You don't have to eat it all. You can take it home, but more is more.
I agree. Cheesecake Factory is built to take home. It is a full
they are looking after you. It's like it's like your fam. It's like your mom who's like, you need to eat more. Take this home with you.
Yeah, they just want you to be fed. They want you to eat good and be fed.
Yeah.
Their decor is a little Eye of Sauron.
Exactly, but that's also America. It's kind of like. The reason why it's so American in the way that it's you have to put up with so much just to get to the Cheesecake Factory and to look at the kind of the colors scheme that they choose.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tuscany a little bit.
Yeah, but it's off.
Oh, it's not on.
But then you put it in your mouth, whatever it is that you want, those egg rolls.
Yeah, avocado egg rolls.
And then you're in heaven. You don't care. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, I kind of like burgundy.
I agree. Yeah. When you're there, I think you're family, to be honest.
Actually, I'm so sorry, Olive Garden.
We're kicking you to the curb. Yeah. Cheesecake Factory, it is what makes America great. America runs on cheesecake.
Their happiness is leaving the Cheesecake Factory with that
the biggest
to-go bag.
sack you've ever seen that is like industrial strength.
Yeah.
With like the kind of rainbow, but like in their muted colors.
Yeah. You will physically be heavier than you've ever been, but your soul will feel lighter.
Totally.
Than it's ever been.
And I'll tell you, with a full piece of to-go cheesecake on top, because the real ones don't eat it at the restaurant. They get it to go. Mm-hmm. They get it to go. And they put it in that packet. They close the top and like that little dabble of whipped cream smushed in a little bit, compressed.
But you're literally, when you go home, you're literally taking your finger
off the top.
You're wiping. You are licking off that styrofoam before you throw it into the trash, like savoring it.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I'm so sorry. I just needed to get that off.
So
of my
the
chest.
other night I was at the Cheesecake Factory getting a drink. Stopped for a drink at the Cheesecake Factory. Walked into the bar area, so you don't have to wait. Yeah. We because there's such a long wait there always, but you can like go. Yeah, exactly, and you can go sit at the bar. It was of course packed. It was a Friday night. My husband and I, we walked through the bar and we noticed something that we've never quite noticed before, because there's no two seats together because people are taking their space, which is fine. It's like you're allowed to do that.
Take up your space, yeah.
So we notice we keep walking to the end of the bar, and there is actually like, I can only describe it as like a children's part of the bar, or like for little people. Like it's like there's regular size bar, and then there's like at the end of it there's like lower, like halfway lower, like you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking. It's like it's like way like half the size, and there's two little tiny like low stools there. So when we sat there
of course,
to get our drink, because also Din Tai Fung, like there was a long wait still, so we were like, let's just like relax, like we're here early. So we ordered our drinks. We're sitting there.
So you're sitting in the small table.
We're sitting at the baby's table, literally like pressed in, and we're next to this like older couple who's like having like a lovely evening. They're about to like, have their dinner at the bar. Like they had the same idea as us, but we didn't have our dinner. We were just having drinks prior to our other dinner. And we're sitting there, and we're like halfway through with our drinks. Like we haven't even, and like something miraculous happens. Din Tai Fung texts us early. Like we've only been on the wait list for like an hour and a half. Text us early. Your table's ready. Like get here in 10 minutes. We've got to go. So we talk to our bartender. We're like, can we get the check? Like we've got to head out. So she comes over with the check in an enormous, like triple layered glass. Like it's so big with the receipt sort of like poking out of it. And she sort of does like a toss. She like tosses the glass. And of course, I've already described the strange, like section. There's like an additional down. So when she tosses the glass at me, by the way, it goes over the normal edge of the bar and comes crashing down, slams, splatters, everywhere. Glass shatters absolutely everywhere. It's like flying. It's like in a movie when like someone like goes over the edge of it. It's like in slow motion, and there's like glass shards just like flying. They're hitting me like in the arm, like in my face, and also they are hitting the legs of the couple next to us. So in her, like, she was just being kind of like friendly. I thought.
A little too friendly, maybe.
But suddenly we're having a Cardi B-off because she's like throwing like the microphone at me, or like the pen. And the glass is sort of like shattering. The guy next to me is doing the famous like, what was the reason? He starts getting so upset because him and his wife are covered in glass, and upset at me that I didn't like catch the glass. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there with my glop. my glass ass pussy covered in glass.
You're just trying to get to Ding Tai Fung.
I just want to finish my drink that I just paid for, like that $40 I spent on 2 drinks.
Of course.
That we haven't even now gotten to drink because they're full of glass.
Yeah.
But we didn't necessarily have time to like get new ones or even complain because I did need to run. But like we are members there. I don't know like who she thinks she's.
Yeah. Did you get it for free?
Crossed. No, she gave us like a shot. She was like, can I get you another drink? We were like, no, we have to go, and we didn't complain, but like next time I think I might say something. But yeah, we were like having a full Cardi B-off. Like it went from a lovely evening at the Cheesecake Factory to me suddenly feeling like I was like at a Love and Hip Hop reunion. Like it was full fisticuffs.
This was worth it because I didn't make it to dinner, but I met you at the movie. And your husband, and you were like insinuating that something happened, but then you were refusing to tell me until this moment.
Oh yeah,
and it lived up to the hype.
Totally. Well, I still like have.
You were bloody, and I was wondering why. And now it all makes sense.
Yeah,
I just figured shit went down at dinner, and clearly, well, it happened at the first dinner.
Even prior to dinner. It was The Shards, Bret Easton Ellis, which I have heard is a good book.
But listen, Cheesecake Factory will entertain you. It will shock you. It will surprise you.
It will always keep it interesting.
It will leave a memory,
Absolutely. And we'll be back before you know it.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm like, literally all I want right now is one of their cheesecakes.
I'm starving and I want Cheesecake Factory
right
this
let's go
moment.
get a cheesecake and then
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Okay. Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that is struggling and could use a little bit of our unsolicited advice.
Yes. And this week, our Diva Down is the reviews of A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Okay, listen. Greg and I are going to have differing takes here. Actually, you should start.
You know what? Okay, so listen, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Yeah. Well, let's start with it. This is a highly, highly anticipated movie.
The follow-up to Barbie for Margot.
Yeah.
And the follow-up for him for the Penguin.
Exactly. These are two people hot off the biggest, some of the biggest
work they've
ever done. You have never highly talked about. You have never seen more deadline articles for a movie than A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I mean, every single day for the past 2 years, it was about that. It was like so and so cast. This is happening. It's got this budget. This and this. So much deadline. Then the trailer dropped, and not a peep. And listen.
Okay, this is where we differ because listen, everyone was not a fan of this trailer, and normally I'm one with the crowd.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You did.
No notes.
It's very for you.
No notes. I was like, I am here for this journey.
As big and as bold or as beautiful. Big.
Yeah, I was just like, these doors, I want to walk through them. I want to see them go on whatever this is going to take them on. I'm there.
And listen, both of us are going to be walking through those doors at the AMC into that theater.
With our A-list.
With our A-list. Thank God for A-list because it's more likely that I'm going to go see this film.
Honestly,
now.
It's funny because it's like everyone has been saying, oh, it looks terrible. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to be there opening night. I cannot wait. Then the reviews came out this week, which we already knew that they were going to be bad because they weren't releasing them until right before.
Yeah.
And the reviews are less than stellar.
They're tough.
Yeah.
Tough stuff.
And yet, I don't fucking care. My advice for this movie and for is like, let the haters hate. I'm going to be there living, laughing, loving. I'm going to be hustling, seeing 4 rounds of this movie.
Oh God. Yeah. I don't think you need to be doing that.
This is the thing. I just want to see it for myself because sometimes famously rom-coms get very bad reviews from you'll look at so many
critics.
Julia Roberts rom-coms and they'll be 50% and you'll be like, that is actually the most offensive thing. It's like people just don't like big studio rom-coms. Listen.
Well, they hold themselves superior to that. They think they're kind of like tropes, trash.
But sometimes it's like, that's exactly what you want. So I want to see it for myself because one, I think both of those actors are fantastic.
Beautiful superstars.
Is also I've seen his last movie, which was incredible. So this is what I'm gonna say. Like, my advice is like, you know what? Everyone needs to have like one movie that is like you don't care what everyone else says. This
potential slop.
Yeah. This is my slop. But I won't say it's slop. I will say it's the diamond in the rough.
Well, listen. Okay, so I agree with you here. See, I don't think it looks great. I will say I don't think the trailer is a strong showing, and I think that you can make like a really good trailer out of even like a bad film. So like it doesn't hold too much promise for me. It just looks a little generic, which I don't mean,
is kind of what the reviews are saying.
Yeah, and I don't mean that like in a like bad way, because I like certain generic movies. My advice is like to make more rom-coms.
And it's also like original. That's what I'm excited about. Like, it's like maybe where I'm saying like we haven't seen like, okay, maybe it's gonna be more like straight down the middle of like a rom-com, but I'm like, to give a big budget movie to like a rom-com, we haven't been seeing them in a, like, even Materialist was an indie. It's like, I want to support these rom-coms.
I'm in full support, because I think like it's really gratifying to see two stars at the top of their game like choose to get a movie like this made, because it may not be like the greatest movie that's ever made, but if it's a crowd pleaser, if it's like providing some sort of like wish fulfillment with two like really charming winning actors, like, is that so much of a loss? I think like that was we've talked about like how Margaret Qualley could be like a new Julia Roberts. I feel like that is a genre that's being kind of like forgotten, and it is like those were events, whether they're cheesy or not, and whether we like
in
like
the
them
theater
or
too.
not.
Like, I don't want it on Netflix. I want it in the movie theater.
Our world could use a little bit of wish fulfillment right now. And if that means like beautiful people like doing a movie that's not gonna like challenge you or like play up your emotions.
And I believe like the premise is kind of them. It seems like they're unpacking their trauma to fall in love again. And I'm here for that. The other thing I want to say, the other reason why I am obsessed with this movie is the reason I love it has nothing to do with the movie. Margot Robbie in that naked dress. Did you see her in that naked dress?
No.
She went to the London premiere. She was probably like trying to take the eyes off the reviews.
Sure.
She walks the red carpet literally in like a kind of Rihanna see-through dress.
What?
Yeah, you see, she turns around full butt. She just gave birth to a baby too, banging bod. Right now, it's the moment of naked dresses. I don't know if you saw Dakota Johnson wearing her naked dress recently.
I have completely missed this.
My God, it's the thing. That's what you and I are going to be wearing next week, naked dresses.
So you are going to have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
No, again, so my advice, more movies like that, not less. So these reviews won't sting so bad. So we don't put such like weight on every single one of them that gets made, which is like one a year. Yeah, it looks like it belongs on Hallmark. Like it does.
How dare you?
But
How dare you?
I'll be there. Listen, and I will like either love it or hate it. But like the thing is, like I want to support. And I think people want to support stuff like that.
And with that,
follow us on Instagram and TikTok if you don't. Please follow us on YouTube. Yeah. Like I feel like watching our video, like us talk, it adds such a different dimension. Please support in any way you can with comments, rate us 5 stars and above, wherever you listen, tell your friends,
call in with your diva downs. We will put the number, we're putting the number in our bio, so just like look below the episode
in the episode description. We're going to have the phone number in the episode description, so just look for it there. We don't want to say it here because we have not committed it to memory, but please call us with your diva downs and you may be featured on a future episode.
Cynthia, we love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons. with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at MissThingThePod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
Bonk.